No matter how I spend the money, plenty money. Next year we have just plenty money. This number one goes, 500. We ain't a big just here to 70. People shows, and this year to the kingdom shows. Any line of poverty. Well, that's how you take a Bible every day and pray. Number one, Mr. Make me love money. Fantastic, make me love money. Give me fantastic, make me love money. Fantastic, let me dance, let me dance, make me love money. Let me dance, make me love money. Let me dance. Yo, therefore, this is your boy Patrick Berfi, High Life Radio NOTA, discussing program no any idea bro no. So if you are working so hard, so hard, money is coming. Ba who baby out who fat the biana kairua. Every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. meet us on High Life Radio discussing program. Na yenye sikasem hojuma. And that's what you will be some crowd mama. And then the mama you buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later. Why installment payment plans are hurting your wallet. Buy now, pay later. You say I don't need be aba, you will be brave, yeah. Intino. Ebe shame near pensing. You know, so me de better about what question will be you be out bit me up free, bit me and also bit me a dialing. Na in na FFF. Seen the BSC no before say you best start an idea no. You can be big kakra, make me being fat inspirational talk and then we are talking about influence. Influence. How do you become a person of influence? And I say I don't know to become and I say you trick us and you can say baby to say unya sutumi and unya to me will be so and also be to me on crofo so enka to me say ukuma na bisa say obi a control mobile say ukasa umbeti and I say bibi a we be on best support because it be a good cause into influence e dey na utimi to me on crofo so nti na ne beka me feel say obia yankopon boy obia say yema me influence in our part of our area and I be bia and say obi one more because be a special antenna we influence and it's true. We believe there's something called divine imperative. Number one, every human, to say the American, was created by God to be able to influence on the part of the world now, and I and I say we neighborhood also to me. But nipa be on ma, to me influence and sakrana omo. Number two, I think say influence simply means say be out dominating, would dominate BB. You know, nipa be on ma. Very influenced your community, your country, culture, and your neighborhood. To say make obi say be a special BB. No, I think say a demand mandate. I was saying now be our sad no. Now we need ya utimiya sad no. Men confuse influence with fame and are famous. At Sene City and our fame a BB a burns out a banner call. It's in I say obu betimi aginidia. And also bit me ye kasem krebe kan so bi a wagidin and I will be a wagidin and I be bisa it you know a bit me aba na ekọ ye hwe fame and influencer a big difference it say influence ananiko edume bi hey ananiko den ko ye no an yentini din bi but you hwe Martin Luther King, you know, so influential people are impactful. You're very impactful. What it is necessarily popular. Hey, the same way popular your friends influence different room like popular CNTC, and I think the root word near population. You know, said people love you for a population, love you for a certain period. Not every you crucify or near the oko. But when you are influencer, you have influencer, you are impactful, who impact people's life. It you know, people might not like you, but they can't get rid of you. Baby, be able to say the D on a and for Jesus Christ, or you're very impactful, and it doesn't matter the age. I'll bet you know, yes, see a shuma nipa ba kope, nipa ba ko nyini chebe bri Matusala. Bible na kan one verse per ban said Matusala enyini. I'm paraphrasing udi mfisi and no. But Jesus Christ, we need the age now, Methuselah or the 33. And so look at the impact on your life. We can't get rid of him. It's impactful people. Then I will be fire finances. What it is you move beyond ma. If you say your boy baby as see about the say here near court, you be bills are near court. And yes, I will say it here. Also, to impacts our life, or community, or family, or children, or wife, or husband, and it will church, whatever. With me impact about finances. It's me bois, Emma, never be recourse financially. It's me, may I say, dear, buy and nipple be hot mom, buy I said, you be junk for. Na e buy hiankwa e buy bills ye tria bills are near ko e just ani e boy buy see you see me buy see intimi be influence you take control of your life. Taking control of your life no so a part of being impactful financially in your family, in your own life. It's you who say when you cast influencer ubu dina na bibi diso but we didn't share dini diso. Hey, that means you are not impacting, and I say you're not influencing people, and I say influencing your neighborhood and your area. I'll see it mean BB. I believe say in your boy see my maybe. Then inspirational talk na honey DBC. Young koye yeah topic of the day and said American and a topic buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later. Yeah, who say to say no nipa bebree ka about credit card. I think that said last week was the same BBC near share. It's the first time credit card debt is almost hitting trillion. Almost. Credit card debt and hit almost trillion. Yo, Yenya Richard, say hello. Richard, welcome. That's the BS who question be able to chat. And so bet me a dialing me the a never to one episode dialing so but also was stream yard and son with me I saw. Anyway, eti yehwa you move be honoma credit card na say other bills are near tua no e bebree na hu se nkofo bebree statistics bash credit cards ye bash credit cards ye bash credit cards enti ye bash credit cards ne ade na no the acquaintances say no they are set a group of individuals be and companies be they are coming from different angles as one way or the other and the same thing as the yes I but one share who ne say city no one share who say city no it will be cross buy now pay later no. What does that mean? In who say send near city social media and I said technology I mean it's so simple am I say a to be a meet if you or that into night obetiana obi abodo no be kona de si honom say a free aduane ko see groceries ne entade bibia just say say na ye yenhye da and how we Mr. First na the be Australia na yakotena mo ne say ebia wo screw your friends or phone or share ya na bia tade bi kra na say mpaboa bia na bag bia 1 minute sen ka bag de minya na say so the hit here with commercials from all angles na show up here. Oh, okay, where the tadi am here be $70. Maybe I want plan for $70. Guess what? Oko down na say explain say ubit me split cost and say for payment no for $70 ubit me split for 4 times. No interest. But wait, there's more. What it is Chrome Hadi also say NS Chrome we are seeing kasano bibie ni ho a obey for free. These companies are almost financial institutions no ye bibi say they have the best of the best coming out with their plans. You expect them to be paid. They have to pay them. It's in obeying for free. No interest. It's in $70 and that's $79.99, almost $80. We'll be able to make every year and four payment. You be 20. It's an instant now. Me 20 now. If you must spread the account. No interest rate. It's senior. How a almost so fast almost so yes omutimi lu yen and also omutimi attract mirrors and yema bibi sa na echi na ba be yet said credit card na ye use na achechire kon na ye hwe nye yi no nti no yɛhwɛ installment payment sɛ deɛ meka no it's say a friend buy now pay later. I quite remember say maybe a trem near will be to say layaway. This is like a form of layaway, but with the unya adenansa on saka adeno, and that's the product item no saka and san a chirino what's that teach ya. You remember say layaway nanka okwa si Macy's na when we share to be our pa okwa is saying $20, $5 now they to our time no so akwa no akwajiwade na de ko. A deity na sa nneɛma wɔ nyinaa ɛreba yɛhwɛ mu a kyɛ sɛ nneɛma a ɛkɔ so wɔ abrabɔ mu no ahokyerɛ ɛne especially this time asɛ yɛwɔ yɛfrɛ sɛ inflation asɛ recession bo sɛ mo sɛ deɛ no nneɛma mu ayɛ den kakra nti amanfoɔ ɛma ɔmo make wide decision when it comes to buying na so bi wɔ sika koraa na obi a wate emu bebree hɔ ma yɛtie radio saa all the time asɛ deɛ wiase bɛsɛ na asɛ deɛ kyena isika nyina besa nti sɛ so be use ni sika so no ho na sika no no ayi BBC na in case BBC a wetime use sɛ sika no jai news ni tie bebree because utie news abeka sɛ kyena ko ano wiase bɛsɛ it is say because of that digital your phone so betime atena mana yi say no ye hwɛ mu a I'm say not long ago I'm say last year or since last 2 year your friends say within a short a year ago these companies normal report to about 215% increment in buy now pay later. It news I'm for any time. They say they pizza crown beto you two pizza ya two pizza 2 boxes 1999 1999 near their 2 cards so no interest said them kind no interest though by their 2 cards so near triana crack sa na ekoso and ye bibia as a man for bɛka sɛ wɔ bi anim ba kakra wo sɛ wato ɔmo trap no na nya to mu a ɛhɔ na abɛhu nti their companies is ɔmo around ɔmo yɛ saa your hair company be say after pay affirm Klarna, Sizzle, Zip and Uplift. These are companies ɔmo share in between buy now pay later no it's in your fancy what top piece and abibisa now one of these companies no and a be finance that amawa yes and see and yet the companies nankasa the merchandise nankasa na omoye that they are third party in there in between and yes niama no it what wade utua no pay no interest rate bia na utua every month but yen hold on for now yen share the cry then it drew a point out to the point say your groceries are first it is to that BBI meeting they to buy now pay later a dear was it me a toy did that then because sometimes they go near the credit cards to say no amount for batch the credit card because you say huge interest rates near the amount for if free so now no you switch it and the caveat about this crown say almost all of them it's a recently be a start yes or check credit it will be me at all to be na be a price no was kakra na bibi sana omutimi yema without credit nti ama fo bebre su move nti obi ono maxing side ni na man credit class say and so now utimi fine way utimi nya impo to say aduan to say the make no ye to pisa kra na ye ato so ye to everything bibi to bia no bo kra bia tea ruby no auto or the free store or die na because they say they are all over the place ukoya check out page na ya me ton yama online sometimes we am team come share na we wan say almost say e be ade na $40 no we say almost $10 first na me tia sense $10 obi for the first as your break counts e dey be me breaking is how but what ade no free mo me say be come sika all right company normal finance am me say come sika na fe mo ni will be daily this na anytime I be ko ama third party abamu no we say a little sketchy kakra enye bibia e desa and as enye bibia yes, simple. Like I said, they use the brightest, the smartest, and and it means and bakwa. They have to pay them. The crime ben almost fast for pay companies near the way or more pretty after pay. After pay, we show tagline what said they make an hour shapia now drew what shapio would the infant say walk baby for only third party. It's no baby at the shapio. Example, maybe I'll shop your Walmart or shop here online. ne ade a tu sharp udria betwia ade de kan ne bo adi o behwe no so betimi atwia no your friend is saying 4 times and 6 times. Yeah, after pay say omo say 6 times in 6 weeks, which means say no musa kra the man say kra say limit your friend is a limiter purchasing limit. It technically no betimi kra finance $1. That means metimi ato ade $1. No breaking into 25 cents each. 25 cents each for 4 weeks. It yes money it imagine betimi akwa ade what no be $5. Nenso no o finance a brank bitimi atwa na free ho. Niam we na we say kakra na de ye kwa achiri. Na de ye kwa achiri abu. Eti after pay no the omo ye ne say but no one time we try one time fee, then after that one time payment then after that no spread it. But we later they hit you with $10 late fee. At the same time no say usa go over one make payment and asa hit with a 25% order value. It small way. Imagine say what the car also your payment or $5 and that's $10 so also charge $2. How many people in a be kai say also your payment or $2? Usually it's scanning to us and nipa be bree and kai. And you be who say why you late me hit with the $10 and also what's I late after I hit with the interest of 25%. It usually I didn't count on $40. No who say a fee no because if for that would be $90 and I would be $60. That's how I'll make your money. Nina say it's funny say oh we are here to help. No interest. Also to be able to be several weeks at the year. But guess what is going on? The hoping say because usually a small fees. Then we big fee now fear. Then they are hit with this interest and I said with the late fee. And after pay, that's one process. Mama now is so simple. Say now no apps well baby it doesn't matter say fee even crowd will store her crana utimi yenisa will store na we near mana because your app now we use now the year. This ABBA one share obehunu na ska kitten na free o enye ade ebeboaye because bibia nke betimi atua debia meka when it comes to aduane ye di ni ade betimi atua free quick ba yes aso na beka o ye nyina sum say usually sa na we nya aboya na afia be habit na say ade bia betimi atua all the time we say we free ade bia betimi atua all the time na we free we say ba beka o debia meka say personal finance say 80% behavior just 20% head knowledge into your behavior and then you'll be drew on. Issue number 2, affirm so almost the same. The same yeah big time almost look shemwa and you're bad because nka wo tade no be tua amount and san achiri or be tua ka second you're bad with no interest but plans could have different because what it is all shit the rate and also the rate of people who use credit cards every year no every month we share the whole balance balance also and at the same time the people miss payment and also miss the deadline for time due time no share the number now only say they'll get the same number even crowd this a more because we scan be amount for crowd dream because they cut 1,000 that's a be a would $50 and we would more than say medica $20 let me be $3 and say me $5 easily be to me a refi to refia but now no a hono binya into a share affirm so also a similar situation free interest which every 2 weeks into my $20 me $20 no I spread them at that point na nkasa no me $5 na every 2 weeks be no me $5 I mean look $5 every 2 weeks be $5 na dey akọ yamana is so simple but so when tua now no na fixed interest about between 0 to 30%. Into imagine so me try $20 na me tua first one and second one me tua now no me ba be tua about almost be 30% of that $15 no so that's the trick and easily ure be fi sisi a ure be fi. This is another situation. Like this company no one a third party be shame am na isa. Klana no so no the same thing. Almost no almost the crowd is krama in say obi say mom obi a rap ne papa ne maame around them obi ohia bia no pe from all manum no say one of the best betimi aboa millennials am omatimi I say oma manage sika yi. I don't think it's possible. I don't think they are right. Also one manage sika yi, you been a third party been a betimi aboa more manage sika. This company is the same thing almost finance a year friends within 1 6 months, one crowd more 30 days to pay. It's no do 30 days and after 30 days no one tria I know they are usually first not in kunya for the tires I don't know furniture stores this animal oh 2 months usually let me say and president days the furniture near they were form oh first 36 weeks for free now when tria when you say they are so I won't tria they hit you about 50% into 200,000 I'll be 1,500 the same thing after that and when tria a rate of between 29 to 99% and a financial option we late so then we start paying the $35 penalty. Almost all of them we late. Other ones near 10%, but we late on between $35. It really twice at 70. These are some of the things that I say who say anyway na abu na kakra na ho akodidim. Sizzle uti omudina ubeka omo cry there omo ye and so almost so the same. Sizzle see another company almost so omo cry there almost some chance pese will be our hardship kakra ultimate refinance it ultimate reschedule the payment and guess what rescheduling the payment is $5. Hey, they have ways to say they have the best of the best plan where because these days the algorithms the things this animal they know what we do they know what we buy where we go and all that until they know your movement so where you constantly and I say they know animal umunya sankofo bi say umutimi say bi inconsistent in payment ne sa nneema na and so you be use credit money ade a bo say all the time no omo hit baby a wo fan but nneema a wo ye no baby a be ko bia bo say e wo ho no it is sizzle omo ba mu e be tua we ma wa e bia so na de this month de nneema nkoyi they give you the option they give you the chance to be able to also reschedule the payment na payment they are $5 to what are $40 what you are $10 start now. Another 2 weeks also to another week also to $10. We say na the munye no schedule for payment which you are $5. Now as I say be munye it no be who say what you are more way more over the payment now I was saying kautia no. Another one no. I hear the next one zip so also the same thing also in payment your friends a payment installment na almost 6 weeks or make try so bit me bit me 6 weeks this animal but the caveat here omodie and say every transaction and I say every IBA be no $1 it in semato a year interest free utua no what are there interest free utowie na then na one your friends a $1 convenient but yeah, it's my total idea $20 and $40. Between first one and between $11 instead of $10 because of the convenient transaction fee. Not next time. I said $10. Me one account 11. It means we $44. And so yet yes, no interest. You see, so these people are almost fine where they're going around the credit card companies and using this almost also in kakra or DG free. It's emphasis to pizza every to pizza and abesa. Extra $4, extra $4. At the same time, so say later, almost hit with $7 fee. You see, all this we share this company, we sky can when you skip be anywhere you can see umu. And kitten. It one here my own we cross $7 send your she. But you $7 4 times at 28. Not must move on. Na kosa. To you say the biano be full your friends say almost trends now you fall for their traps. To get away with them now also free that way. Uplift they're mainly of mainly of airline. In the name so mostly as airline and cruise next those things no and omo charge yankasa charge your friend saying interest rate because you will yana mostly this kind of mood kakra. Until you more 36%, which is way up. You know, it's a credit card you journey almost maybe a question and yet 30%. But they are quite yes, really say woko vacation, no travel ticket, no ABBA. Now ko chile kakra na so ko home kakra na fee no beba na fee no e ka what you with interest. Into which $1,000 ABBA you buy between 1,036 at least maybe at most, you know. Yeshuma these companies within a short time if a profits are make here and easy because the number of people are a good this route no is so a lot of people going through this said their financial future because when is $1 $2 drew point be we if you send a credit card and see yeah kakra you could draw on hey if says just 2021 they made a profit of about 10.1 billion in the midst of the COVID. At that time look at the I will say financially I say within COVID just say almost making about 200% profit. That time in there who the OCA hey yes installment you cry they said you can send installment installment payment send a juma mostly some chichi kakra I mean go deep kakra installment payment ni say what to be maybe at one chia or not ya spread the amount na wutia and these companies so what this is with me open up multiple account. Remember almost share credit cards almost share credit score recently maybe as a few ones I started some of your credit score even if credit score cry you good utiminya because we're talking about $30 $40 be almost $100 because usually when it's more about restaurants be and pabuaka krebi and tadika krebi in your way and you can easily get in installments into what to be maybe I'd say make $70 no well upfront now which are 1750 after 1750 no not 2 weeks time which are another 1750 another 2 weeks let's one let's say now what we that's how it is to say after pay but we no interest into the late fee and I said baby son no normally hit you with those things no hey say you ever say maybe no be if say be my to be 1,000 say I've left say what ticket of $1,000 new calculate here be able to 83 a month 83 a month na the 15% account to be one say idea wasn't couch we na those amounts no back yeah a bibia to say me can 50 here 20 here one say at the end of the year be calculating now the interest rate in yama what you also a bibia ka utimi etua at the right away na ka save ya ke idea beboa yama a kakra about installment payment. I know say these days when it comes to be a payment to one more or less I say because a loan and na people try to justify about good and bad loan. Good versus bad. You think as already loaner ukoji loan na the we are a good. We do okoji loan we na the we are but they back when say there's nothing like good or bad loan. Debt via a debt. Saving a good grammar, say be a deal the return, but it's a good amount. Remember, say there a debt you have to pay back. So when you're doing that, it's more or less like the same way as you using a credit card, and that's we use credit card. You try to justify that, but if it still doesn't make sense because debt a debt. It doesn't matter say a good and I say bad. There are so many ways that you bet me live without going through this process. Ushima these days crown so even $1 million and also over 500 or $100,000 or bank cash. That's it. Credit score any good it's like you are nothing. they've made cash ne kutano as a useless than the credit score. Because why? Because in him say you need credit that you can leave. And yes, sanity. There are so many things you can do without credit. Yeah, dreams I say, and I say the process I buy the amount for you, and I said the way our country is 10 years so your trust near so you be you could square a loan, you are a loan, you are a talk loan, yeah, the banning now it depend on you, bit me afa way, I'll bit me a level. Go through our process nina. Yeah, it's yen jai our justification you're talking about say install your friend say debt, and I say really good debt, and I say debt be a debt be a debt. These people now my basas will be saviors, will be saving every those credit cards no the same trend the same trend, because social this car bana and yeah, because like I said, 2 years ago, and I said almost debt amount for credit card debt is almost 1 trillion. Almost. To say we can say kwan be no mo fa so a almost he fa no mo hiti more a almost say hon de ombenya ye ne sa ne ma no ehwe ma be omo ye baby bebre clothing, concert tickets, cosmetics, you know, man cosmetics no, you talk on electronics, furniture, groceries, gym equipment, you bet toss us you use hair, and you never come be quacoto, man, quacoto, you use hotels, flights, and more. You say especially if you see could train kakra or UK near deba buani akwakoji instead of see between akwaji na the interest kakra because so when is nyane pile up small neko. This installment the same way as a credit card no, in a different form, because gradually no be a drew point be a we hwe yi yenye hu film eti yenhwe the even crowd is when buy yenhwe niam kakra we hwe we na almost the rita CNN business news Minneapolis, which the rita in your friend say buy now pay later no, the rita see amount for the gym no is very scary. Amount for you should these things no these days, like they will use their debit card and actually be use cash. Coffee cry they to so you call gas station, groceries, small if you cry run it those times to groceries about where Jenny we kono akwaye na they to so, or because say you be spread an amount no interest, but they have a way on betting I get to and hit the process now and no any credit and then no assets and also as any debit. It indeed you should even data about people crying out use transparency be and shed anyhow. The transparency in our regulations be has on shed anyhow. They have so many things as a man a sketchy kakra. You know what in so okay, you say what process can we go without a credit? Mommy cheche mukakra process you betting a call without the credits. They say say I did about quite higher pie delay gratification these days. I want it and I want it now. I want it and I want it now. Your home soon. And so you be and no and a day in there started. Let me start the whole process. Say I don't know Kwabra name send your situations here, your and I say buyer. Me family example. Buy I did mean say a brother because was coy the loan the coy. You know buy catch him say so school bit me loan. Nam hu ye. Buy what car or the loan a toy. Catch him say so to car. Opa so when you're ready now see via obitima to car okwa so credit ya. It's the first na ye say you build your credit. It's media is an na. It's your whole life no is about that. But the entry credits no cry itself no. See if that is the creditor. Time and a credit in a bend. It's me $10 and I say me koji loan of $1,000. Let me tria yes me credit worthy. Niamon biaka home. No ma say tria niamon it's time ben a bend. And then a dear started. And he started that process now. One, me funny pami no example. And me am them whole example. To me my student loan kakra. Me we my car loan kakra. Me we na we square to car. nti me buy me start ya me adwuma na no atoka me student loan so am start se me tua akoji my apartment me gi apartment kwaji your friends TV ne nkunya kakra ne ade nya match bia be we ni na be koso be 2000 na no so magina me ye payment ho na start me share girl bia me ne kasa also go through the same process also the car also akoji we ni share your warrior in especially your community warriors what buy a house no bia de siu so timi nya kobra mo baby afia aduru no itimi me ba no me Canada ma ha me yen so ba na Canada na ha ene e de ba ene e de be share e be share e ka no wo so we enye ska ye make asem ye de ka bebre e ka no do so you see e too much to extend say entena se so ne enka ena ya my life ayi easy okrum ha my se bibie hia bi do e sa de ka no ye sa ko pibi ntie we di ha we ba ne de aba me baby am kuta me car me risu kuta ne car e start ya e ka no mu buy a house ya kwato ha ya sa ko to fee that's how be on top of it you try to be increase your income all the time ya de o sa de no but still no you increase ya na ya sa pibi bia na ya sa de tua nti be hu na de bia na ekosro nti avusa fe bedru point bia fe ehwie nyi na wan hwie na fe wo so ko file bankruptcy enye si make iska bebre but guess what obi make be 100 bia 120 150 be 200 and so no you live on paycheck to paycheck because we are paying for our past. If you paying for your past, it's so hard to leave some for present and the future. You pay for your past, you can't save for the future because nyama uche nyano we dear with that we used a long time ago and I would cheer. Hey, maybe I may answer a question. So what's the process? But I answer by me tell how we got in because if I answer that, no man show quite fair anyway. And you know your credit card so meaning say one can but me account because I can in a credit card account. Your credit card and cool school are the first time for home bay man near my t-shirt near Nadia Gennady remain the starty Obaswa. It's a fee no buy a fee na as a what did you car or credit card we see in Musafino scan OG so now for the credit card no so become not the become yeah also we namudia boom afinamu use namoko. Jafimudu point we are saying ye. Now yembra questions. Enti ye was situation we difference was situation no dey na betime the thing that you betime ayama ya boy kwabra and say one we have to be on budget is very crucial many a times in microphone break kasa bi am no kasa na yem so e bia send our issue on your budget to be send our issue for groceries or see you mean to me come so why estimate we share send so we be a family of me nkra me no me yira na me kunu nti a family of four yeah issue be 1,000 miss no we use 2,000 no way miss we use 2,000 your budget nebra next time about wow na me use 2,005 you see even obi enu ho a ukoye bibi na wan fan to papa so a ukoye na yi also we have to write the budget. We have to make sure every month on purpose on paper. You know, John Maxwell the kind will say a budget is you telling your money what to do instead of wondering where it went. So why your budget all the time it's kind of a quote now dream saying fan who be fakra. The moment you start doing a budget and be changing. There's a study that was done about this group of millionaires, and I said millionaires. I think in 2017 there were 12 million millionaires, and it somehow almost 95% said they started doing budget. No money that level. No, they realize some budget every month on purpose on paper, so they know every dollar that leaves their pocket. No dollar leaves their pocket without them knowing what it's going to do. When you start doing that, now we see so the things are and I said, we say, never be one my yama and I say yama. But so only budgeter, you spend anyhow. Maybe you spend because what may you be because you only budget, which is what you mean extra be also. You make sure so you spend it before the end of the month. So it's so hard when you're starting financially not only plan be for it. There may be a term Jesus Christ in the kind of why no kwakusi daya on your plan and son or no start here no see. Best room. So if you saving even if you've been working for if I say 20 years now if you're making 50,000 a year, that means you've made 1 million. Send our order. But what pen paper now they are touching the be 1 million. So even if you got 1 million and be a winner for 20 years, 50,000 crowd, which most people make more than that. And so send our order. But the paper to home, now who said now start here? Almost say you start. And the first thing you start doing is doing a budget. Yeah, we a budget album say. Now we see car and son, we say now start so. Now the next step they say, you best start to say, it can be a way to be a be free. Aha, and a ding. But if you can sacrifice her, you can go through this. You can be listing in apart from your house, from student loan all the way to car loans. It comes to car. You ain't mean to your car within we baby no. You make sure say stop BBR. You focus your intentions and one this near you. Or car now you can't pay the car off within 2 years and you sell it. But you have to downgrade some stuff and get out of it. If you go through all this process, you started within 2-3 years now. If you focus on this intentions, then what you do is you pay extra job and I say BB extra I bet me extra no these days no there's nothing like that. You have so many ways of bringing in income, at least $100 extra a week. We have 2 ways, and there are several ways, but the 2 ways that are more popular of paying off debt. One is a snowball method. The snowball method, the other where you start from the smallest all the way to the largest. Even on the other side, they almost there be an interest rate because we will be say interest rate so almost started from the interest rate now. But I prefer the snowball method. No snowball method, no. It you pay all your bills no. Do amount in now will be a sutia. The extra one be about who be now they are taught the smallest so. When say within a short time, at the end can be say 1,000 which your BBA you know the smallest a year war debt 1,000 now extra 200 be account now they to swap with 5 months that way you start debt in every now the extra one now they are the next BBA 2,000 or 3,000 the money is need that process now until you get rid of that you need him say you see average Americans and Americans within a period of 10 to 15 years, we all experience some form of emergency. It happens. It's called life. So if we are getting out of debt, back to that. What do? We need something emergency in the bar. A bit me a boy. Am I free? Now you save sika 2 or 3 to 6 months of our income and our expenses. And meaning say if I spend 3,000 a month, I need at least 9,000 at least. Until be there within 3 to 6, no more a couple somewhere more anymore. You see now, buffer chi. That money we don't invest it. It's just there for emergency fund. You see, we be one more. The members Canada hold so they quite invest in a quack of a whole lot about because it's emergency. We here now we invest here. What we invest here? That man can continue. I don't know. And I do a now. What we invest will be slam with your friends saying early withdrawal, late fee, early your friend withdrawal and all the penalties in the sana. It's that money, no, be a money market account at them. Yes, I've been the quack CD and the quack to no. Money marketed them is just for the purpose it's just for the emergency no until we no now imagine say share the route na ye ko no when you bra within this no within a short time within a 4 years no depending on how much you owe we or more make us heavily power no, you'll be on your feet now you can start investing more in your 401ks, where you 401ks, rot and this animal, then you start doing more. You start doing it. Oh, yeah. Now invest it. Oh, on Quora, you start putting more for college fund. You see, yeah, Barbie say, in card, yes, you can't say you can't credit card. Be a credit card in a year free. Your emergency or no. Emergency BBC, emergency, they saying, you will see a defined emergency. Almost will be able to be defined by, hey, afia so yakọ Ghana emergency nim say beko o say 32 years ago e budget na no budget nim emergency ne dey many accident me share of the payment and I said me deductible saying a 2000 emergency me timi ko me de me car nam formula a friend say me car nam transmission say ye ko hwe 5000 me emergency fund of a year me timi na me de akoto. You see, when you start doing that and putting money down for emergency now, problems become inconvenient. Ade na first car a tour, imagine say o mofla say 1000 udru fi a o makra na abu fom kasa na kasa, but so over 18,000 the whole as emergency fund purposely for these things now. A mofla say 1000, ash, it hurts but I need too much. You see, a turning problem into inconvenience. Amayan san ko back say kwa use your credit card, but afina eniyama a start for me up. Then after that, you will fear we put more into it. Say be a bit me a year free because I must say be retire. Na still yeah, that's who fee a year free on. Now, Sikebia will make it be about and go out. To say they make if you paying for your past, it's so hard to save for the future. But it needs sacrifice. I will say, oh yeah, sacrifice. There are so many people who say they make probably one who almost are. Never be brave to say in delaying, we can't delay gratification these days. I want it and I want it now. Minya or dan kese or sɛ kwaji dan kese wonim the situation, the financial situation ufiti a auto dan kese ebi kura na ono to first one utua bi kakra wo film akonya ekuta good equity and odi akoto wi ase nti dan bi obehu ni say 1 million no na bi o tua be 7 euros no utua kakra bi oso wonim oso sole house me kwa akoto anu bi oso kwa wo de ni slam with be 6,000 a month ubetimi atua wo enso bo sa afi no you can see the mostly no your community there ye entire lusudan no so that pie friend na de na bi. And this is the process I'll be be free. It is be out the credit card and kwana you issue listed up smallest to the biggest. Let's start it here. The small we are not the intensity now we now the coordination of where you say I can free honor. This is how I obetimi I no get out of credit card. Yeah, I build programs yes we help people to get out of debt. That's my specialty. If we say a BB so a way you can get in touch, I can help you get out of those things. My family number may be into Jana, so between 703-981-910. Help people get out of debt. You have student debt, student loan. We can help you get out of debt. All you have to do is you have to be serious and intense. 703-981-1910. That is how I'll be to me I get out of debt. One of the things I'll be to me I get out of debt. No. It say we will be so I think I will start here. To say the mechano. When you go to the comes to student loan, to say you justify student loan here a good loan. It doesn't matter. Loan be a loan because you have to pay back. A good loan until you student loan near school. Yes, school they was here but loan I was here because every year there's almost 4 billion unclaimed scholarships every year. Unclaimed scholarships 4 billion. We need educational or athletic. We are just normal your friends and loans are some attached to school, some are not attached to school. We apply here and there, we 1,000, we 2,000, we have carbon which now they are school. It is school yes, you have a justifies it because you have school need to know you have a loan. I wish steady now, as of these days, we the millennials near you now. Mostly, I declare say most people are almost loans, they go school no. Almost projections of when they are done with school, this car won't be making it's way off. I'm off for Felicia or Jiska school, we will be making 80,000. We start here, we school and start free, sir. Usually start free be 50. And some when you experience now I started the course. But imagine so what 100,000, 120 where we school now be 3 amount and that's would be 50,000. A be hard drink akra. Yes, scholarship the only thing is that you have to do more. You also sacrifice now we are ubitimi more scholarships at the school need 1 year call 2 year free because scholarships another thing so as I won't say if it be GOB utimi ejuma na asikɔ. The school choices so ɛho hia. Wonim pefe sɛ school bi afa wo. Ɔma free ride. So no, me pese me ko school way. Na me ko gilo na me de kɔ. It make sense. It make sense. That's damn. Yeah, sudden de bia. Well, my full ride because of this. We want to so kase o person experience na wo sa school ne keke. We are betua. We betua because I know the area was so tua. These are some of the things I will see ye need to me ye ho a free. To worst of all, you can't try and you say you could school um without a loan. Ebe boy and I started through credit card and you avoid it. It's a car near koto you make sure say you save money at all. You better us here say at this point no you midway the program no you be commercial break aba you better us a free. Ti me ba me beto way ni so ni acting other things so. You know you try ho aba. Yo, your baby, High Life Radio now with you know, Sikasem program near the brown, your boy Patrick Berfi, Lumba say a Sikasem, Sianye Sikasem, yeah, Yebeka Quentu. Yo, yen twaso ti, mini akobra, I hope some may answer our question, no, say, Uncle Yesua, Mamina Wena, me his meeting in the year. Yo, okay, eti. I'm say you better your program no so you better so free. Let me see. Yankoa. Oh, me akobra say me answer ni ya ma mente wonka. Say my answer na so question bi su bi mu a Fabra na ye nhwe say ye betimi akeka mo asema na say wo so wo point bi a de me kono ento asum ya utimi e ma me ya we na ye move a free hustle. Yo. Eti you will buy now, pay later. And I say, yeah, stick it with Inuya Yene Kakra, the question Kakra, because it's very interesting. What it is Nipa brief, he said, the only way to live in this country, you know, a question in yours was the process you can get out or credit. You go without credit card, senior. Yo, and you know, Nipa brief, honoma, yeah, may believe when I say, you will no shin be say, just say credit card and I say credit na bit me boy. Yeah, you have to be able to live without that. Esa de bia no na unsashi obi anum. So unsashi obi so anum a ye nim se na esiko. Eti enye I know say sa na ye nyina yedwen say den just a credit enko an bit me boy. Credit no mwa yesa na emu bebre so a ya believe say yeah, fancy leveraging. I'm out for believe we say leveraging. Ushim bebre the way we've made to believe no. Escafon use leverages and leverages omu use kra na enye te said ye see so no. Obi anka say credit card enye say the way I see you soon it depend, but what it is you use credit card na yintimi enyusu ne ye. So obetimi atua your balance every month by a number of percentage on your balance every month na it to I say gun. Obi anka say gun and who say gun na da ho na free ho na kwakuku bi da. But nipa na de gun kuku no. Nti see e be get rid stay be ka say enye India yen get rid of gun to see yenye ho free na say gun internet baby internet baby. Nti to be away from credit card no my advice and as me can say yen stay away from credit card. We stay away from credit card. Now when you're sad in show trimu a we say free okon we use debit and no cash. At the same time so you use credit card so me spend more. We should steady say you use credit card. I'll spend more than say we use even we use debit card, right? You spend more than say we use cash and kasa. Hey, in that say credit to be tree a whole lot for you. Yeah. Yo, seminar will be a bit over side be my fine say say so you move on. Yo, you buy now, buy now no. Until if I say trust as I say next credit score to say the kind earlier on credit score BBB most companies now are dealing with this no they don't use credit score and they check it now see recently and I said few ones I started to say use credit score no it you know whatever it is no you'll be approved send a CTA biano, but say you've been approved. Okoto pizza na $20, $40. On be approve amwakoto. Be trust them the beba. It's very same as I'm for. Because say me cano we no buy now pay later no. You who send a CTA say credit so say debit because almost and share your credit. And at the same time no, I'm saying a phone person getting involved say ebe boa omo say nko betimi use that no they trying to say ombe ya so betimi rem na afia kwese a credit check was saying yes aso na ebe say omo plans nya because that's the whole idea so ombe try say ombe oh ye the interest then by late fee ni ade de ye de be hihim ho no mo hope say omo draining na beko eti scary to say me kind regulations na ho no very less DMB so the 18 and above on that you can be in there. Those kind of things. No matter we are matured kakra na bibi sana you can be in there to be able to qualify. Now the rate up amount for a revenue is so scary. It's so scary. And you make sure say behwenia. And say I'm say my call in your problem make say how to buy things a better right way. It's better than yet me ato nneɛma a ɛbɛtumi ama ɛyɛ right way. Sɛdeɛ na meka sisi a nkyɛn biara no to do that no biribi a ɛbɛtɔ biara no yɛmaki sure sɛ yɛtɔ adeɛ a ɛnyɛ biribi bi a yɛtɔ a yɛmplane for, because if you are budgeted for it a ɛma ne tɔ no ɛyɛ simple. Yɛmu bebree wɔ hɔnom a yɛtɔ adeɛ a ɛno ansɛ yɛatɔ you make plans for it and also be one nama or share bibia. But seen we see kokra and we share our planning for it and so no still na no okokoton or to abra wuntria bi okra no scan wo hono o scan wo hos no to abra wuntria esa na edi ema ayi bebreba ema de bia no sika semisi suye ema o sika semisi suye. Another thing I was here when say was here making sure say yes sacrifice for now. You will be on my situations more MY. If you have you bought too much of a house, too much of a car. My main can be about a car, say the rule of thumb say or car will be used at least I will say yeah within 50% of your income. 50%. But I'm saying you will be making 50,000, no, it's 70,000 car. I mean, sometimes does it really make sense? Say you make it 40,000, you use 70,000 car. It doesn't really make sense, but we do it. Yeah. Another thing, so we make sure to say, payment for the car, no, NSD more than 30% of your take home. Sometimes, no, a idea you cry, especially when it comes to house. When house say no, 25% of your income, by more than that, esana obunse nchebia no na we hwe nyi. Nti house ABBA number 1 and also if free car. When it comes to house, another thing I say also say one of the biggest financial decisions they make a house. And then they add everyone ma when it comes to finances. And sometimes you go through this, you make decisions back. The second one your cars. You bet me to cars you be pay for. But no 50 and auto car bet me pay for, because if you're starting from the scratcher, I'll talk car 20, 30 ebuana any simple so bit me. Sani many a dream idea koto car payment no. It the bit me and say started from small. Your 2,000 2,000 car. I know so we see on the auto use car and ye man dentino. And ya the auto use car on the new car no better. I mean if you have the money to pay for it, fine. But at the same time, no one to use car 40,000, 70,000, make it 40,000, make it sense. If you have more money there, fine, net worth more of $1 million. That's what person to sana, and you're bad. but a hard say we make it 40 now it is 70,000. With used car slightly, I'll go back to the people that I was talking about. No? Most millionaires don't use used cars, they use slightly used. Or make sure say or check it. Especially a community, yeah, MPC be used car will be here. Oko to use car, maybe out to a car, be 10,000. 500, sorry, 500, be out 99, 99.99. Would be kwame a check your amount. Then, on yet, now what one is the issue a brain. It's a old torn new car, now auto use car, now me checking a BBI okay. We say, yeah, and I say, yeah, chief for mommy time, already.
You're running and shut up, woman. We have money and one fight to the ceiling. Western Union, stand them come. I will keep receiving. On you, I will receive it. Every day, Saturday, we fly on to Miami. Come here, come. We never stop cheating. Give me love money. Dance, make me feel love money. Give me dance, make me feel love money. Dance, come me dance, come me dance, make me feel love money. Give me dance, make me feel love money. Give me dance, make me feel love money. Give me dance, come me dance, come me dance. Ask for me, me not joking. Every bad man is smoking. Them wonder why they can't help me. Everything we do, worry. Me and the dancer, I am the governor. That's why they call them brothers. We come together. Yeah. Next step will be my glorious, yeah. Yeah. I've been patient. I've wasted so long. I want you to see clearly now. What my give me love money. Dance, make me feel love money. Give me dance, make me feel love money. Dance.
Yo, T4 Monfancheme, Kakra, your boy Patrick Berfi, Her Life Radio, and our TS Kasem program. No, yo, it's how to buy things the right way. How to buy things the right way. I quite remember Semini Obi Kasana about the same thing. I said, you don't want me to spend my money, and I say, you don't want me to enjoy life. And I said, no, it's not about that. What it is we yes, Anna, if you want a life, we enjoy, you want to enjoy life. If you have control over your money, and I will enjoy life. But the money, it will control. So I don't want to enjoy life. But when I watch Sisikano, Kwaha, Koyese, until it all boils down to budgeting. Budgeting. Now, budgeting is a zero budgeting. Zero. And will be the question about her. Or say, how do you strike the balance between building a good credit score and not borrowing? How do you build? So how do you strike the balance between building a good credit score and not borrowing? Your brother canceling the Dubai. I'm just meeting me to an amount for a question. I say, how do you build? How do you strike? Okay, your brother Quincy so bet me you can only listen. You know, the question is, how do you strike? About how do you strike? How do you strike the balance between brother Kingsley? Dear, you or dear, invest in it. How do you strike uh the balance between the patron type of person will be a question no? A good between a good credit credit score and not borrowing. Okay, and not borrowing. Yo, your question is how do you strike the balance between building a credit? I think it's a good credit score and not borrowing. A good credit score. Right. I think so, Menyano. How do you build? Okay. All right, let me repeat you. How do you strike the balance between building a good credit score and not borrowing? Good question, your brother Kinsley. Good question. Very, very good question. Yo, question away. Here. Yo, okay. Yo, first of all, said they make a very good question. I think you can do both. But before see, starting, I'm not a fan of credit score. I don't usually encourage that because you can leave with me a level. One of the other things are mostly a building a credit so bebre no ejina yina epese to fee. Yina epese to fee. Obi anya fee a ope, right? Obi anya fee a ope. And even the world building no, in this country, one of the easiest way I'll be to media building worth a house. At the same time, so house so say a money look like all the time. That's a wood true sika way. It's like we there. So this come apartment a co, but at least with the house at least interest near the free ma work a crowd it's good. It's in a good scene. I say yeah, I dream and say like I said, one of the year can say you beat me at to house. You know, so you say be a house, especially depending on the area what nyɛ sɛ kura nyɛ sɛ ewura kura ɔte kura sisi kura house boy den party baabi a wote bia no imagine sɛ wokɔtɔ dan be a 400,000 500,000 600,000 be kura 1 million ne ade a ɛnyɛ easy sɛ wobɛtumi asave a kɔ akɔtɔ saa dan no nti mostly no ɛden a wobɛgye loan kakra nti ne hɔ no ɛma no yɛ den sɛ all right part wosi me live debt free life me make sure sɛ ɛyɛ ma yɛ bibia okay say no sɛ me yɛ so a na sɛ me need creditor bɛɛ dɛ mɛtumi akɔtɔ dan all right your brother Kinsley kakra mɛka ne sɛ it's good so wobɛtumi ayɛ credit but that means say the only time a wobɛtumi anya credit in this country no sɛ ɛden agye sɛ wode cancer ɛsɛ wode cancer nti na meka sɛ menyɛ fan of it no yɛnyina yɛnim but there are so many other ways a wobɛtumi atɔ fie okurum a yɛnka hu sɛ before the credit score system ne saa nneɛma no ɔmotɔ fie okurum ha nti no ɛkwan bɛ na ɔmofa so ɔmotɔ it's still there people still use it. The only thing they say, some of the companies are lazy, and as it's saying because of technology, they don't want to use it. But I know one company almost they probably go through them from a church hell mortgage. They use your life instead of credit score to get your house. There's a process though. There's a process. Mikaisa mekan we baby. Juana guy back with the maker or credit in yet. No. The process in anyone. You don't have to have a credit score. Any sell credit score. How is that possible? Se utua bibia wo credit so a na won car within 6 months to a year. Bibia be free so. Ebi mu friend zero credit score but it's called undetermined credit score. Undetermined, your credit cannot be indetermined it's gone. That's number one. Number two, you have to make payments on time on stuff like your electricity, like your rent, your cable, those things no on time. You have to be on time for 2 years. Number three, you are not using too much. You are not buying. You are using 20% of your take-home pay as your mortgage, monthly mortgage. Meaning, say we make it 10,000. Monthly mortgage in about 25%, 2,500. So no credit score. They will use your life as your payment history, not your credit payments. Payment, your rent, need those things, mortgage, your friends say, electricity, need those things, So no credit score. Yes, I mean, a small credit score, it won't work. You don't have to have a credit score. Then they use, then you have to be at work, also the same line of work, not even the same company for 2 years. To the same line of work, they get you there. To those things, no, and using 25% of your take-home pay as your monthly mortgage, that will get you there. Okay, yo, brother, remember also, this is the way I answering the question is confusing. Remember also, remember, my name is and I say, you know, it's to be able to do credit score, no, and I say the balance, no, me, I'm not a fan of it. But at the same time, so ABB out without being debtor. I don't know how you can build a credit score without having a debt. You have to be in debt to be able to get a credit score. You have to be, and I'm not a fan of it. And yes, I'm not a fan of it. What it is we kind of say if you want to be slim, I'll go to slim people, and that's what work you go to the gym or more gym and abo. These are some of the things that people that build wealth, most of them use here. I believe say between 0 to be 5 million a year. Their basis that you can be in there to get there. But after that, it's different. After that, it is so, Brother Kingsley, your question of how do you do that? I don't know either. I don't know the way I'll be without debt. You have to be able to be at debt in a bit minimize it, but you have to be in debt to be able to do borrow. That means yes, that's it. To be able to build a good credit score, not borrowing, it's going to be tough. The only way is maybe at this point, or score or credit or so many things, you pay off and leave a small portion of it so that you still be in there. Other than that, I think say we all build a credit score because of mostly one reason, to be able to get a house, because the other ones is easy to get them. And you say easy, say you can save and buy them house na yeah. You remember bra so say the way I'm answering questions is not confusing. Minim say but let me go back to your question. What's it send a credit score? How can we go without a credit card? Said I'm not a fan of credit, and I say a fan of debt. It Obisa our question, me started the process. Say I'm not a fan of it. It's to be able to get a credit. Say how can we go without a credit? And I'm sure say yes. One, you make sure that we pay for things. We pay for things. If you are paying for it, yeah, you're not taking credit for it. It may break it down all the way from say the way am I getting into credit and then go into credit card and this animal all the way. The bullet points now might just say you call crediting because of all those things. Hey, it's to be able to get out of, and I said to be able to go without credit card. The simple thing is we have to pay for it. But how many people when you pay for, you save up and pay? A big example to say the can right now the pizza to credit card so. The pizza I'm sorry, not credit card, buy now, pay later. So say credit card and pizza, they've been doing it for a long time. But now another way I almost see now say already as interest free, but you'll be hit with those things. I hope so. I mean, clear, and as a specify, maybe I may be confusing now. Meet me at church, home, so now you move from there. And you broke up now. Watching, say, yeah, you beat me. But the only way we can stay out of credit card and say we have to pay for the stuff. We have to pay for stuff. And yes, simple, but a here sacrifice. Personal finance, to say the is 20% behavior, 80% behavior, 20% health knowledge. So your behavior and the base your behavior and the idea to credit score, a credit card, and this money there. All right. I'm going back to about the question be about a better answer. And I'm Brother Kingsley, so say we input be a bit me a put in. Brother Kingsley, when Timmy can direct it in the question about my cell phone, so about I will type it in. And as I say, what I say is not say different questions so about so join about on Facebook no. Oh, it's High Life. Facebook person join with Facebook as High Life Radio, Virginia, Manassas. High Life Radio. And I said, what is still before say, oh, fine, obey me the question about my phone also. High Life Radio. Okay. Yo, eti obo send a bit to me brother Kwabena, so meaning say me answer a question here, obey me aye way. Obey me aye na fee. Yeah, move from there. Say what way. Yo, it's it's a better than yet to me how to buy things the right way. How to buy things in the right way. One, it all go to budgeting. I will say a call back to budgeting. They say me kind of budgeting, no budgeting. BBA. Am I go down to the core? Am I who baby? BBA by Casemua. Pamacho. So some question with him. BBA when it comes to your money. Because you know exactly how much are a free ho. Exactly how much are a free ho. That's the only way until your free be zero base budgeting. I know in some accounts and cost zero. What it is a our fixed amount with 200 be winning free because someone cost zero crown be bar. And they will go back to your friends overdraft, which is going to be another payment. So zero budgeting is you putting, let's say, the income out, especially our fixed income out. You know how much is coming every month. Until we didn't need to honor. We didn't need to then find say 8,000 and make a month 8,000. Now no you be making sure say all the 8,000 you be dining na make say you say you didn't be show baby 8,000 baby echo until you take care of your four walls, which is food, housing, utilities and transportation. And you be here until yeah no we are then you call other necessities be here we are making sure they also invest, they also acquire, Uja $1 krana ube you sell. And you make sure say it goes all the way. That's zero budgeting. We make it sure. At the same time, sometimes say yeah budgeting is ubu on my office restricting. Restricting was so many things. So budget and restricting. Make me go back to the John Master kind of be say a budget you telling your money what to do instead of wondering where it went. And you be a restricted one our massa control no. I did be nipa be ni control no because of your past we are still paying for our past no. The money in the control beba na quarter that immediately on the quarter that I don't say just like that but who take control now when I will tell it money know where to go. That's the right way to buy stuff. Be episode to be honest no it should be in your budget. It's already in your budget. It is now we thought things are in the budget. It's to me in free and go to be because why your budget already. Money now. Make example. Sometimes in a spending, no, so you better cut spending. Sometimes spending be all normal, yeah, necessary. Me make example to say, be I'll spend be $100 or coffee every week or every month. Yes, you can buy a coffee machine. No at all in our way. A bit man but down instead of $100 no between used to be $100 not to coffee machine not for what started and also no a two expenses so and I say be cry now maybe I use it 3 times 4 times between using twice or whatever it is. It depends on sending it yes it's me way and I say you cry now what budget to $100 no for coffee no but maybe I here BB with me cut it down that month no from 100 no to 50 toward the year back to your schedule using it again. Those are the ways I bit me a year, a bit me a talk, I bit me a pay for things. I'd say the mechano. Now you try say a bit delay gratification. These days, no, that thing is not there. We want it now. We want it now. Oh, iPhone latest about be I believe says especially those small things, no. Now say what the better payment so there and I don't think say you are ready for it. You can just wait so we can't delay of gratification and the idea was here but those payments small payments no so there and also the nobody the biar ojia and no all the time emfa ho nchew. Yeah, one of the things is say zero budget BBB also all the time. You make sure say your budget on purpose, on paper, all the time, every month. There are some things that our budget is all fixed all the time. You say a rent or your mortgage, those ones are fixed. But every month be different. Be crabby a become. I'm say your bra peso bem. I mean I don't know. You go ahead. Kabrani.
Yeah,
Senior Metonka.
okay. Question number person. Okay, how to do a Nema SC a year, we can avoid a Nema, which is nice. But the point is that maybe you are not clear, say, let's say, be a Waba Bruchi for Pro, Utiu, and never be on ma, or no name how to go about, say, you can buy the credit, you can do this without getting a credit, you can do this without getting a credit. Only back when someone can be on Tiasia. But if you have got point to point, you want to buy the credit, you want to buy a house, you want to do, say, it's all it is, we tell the person that you have to do A, B, C, D without this. But when you put yourself, tell me there, man, I'm not a fan of creditor. Okay, you are not a fan. So if you are not a fan, and maybe you have enough money to do whatever you want to do. That's why you are not a fan of what you say, But when the person will get to the other point now, only any other means, have to go through so building the credit to a point. Now, building the credit, how do you build the credit to get to the other point, Because I want your fan now, just take yourself out of not being a fan, but just let people know, say, this is what you have to do to get to the house. Because if you don't have a creditor, it's not going to be easy for you to say, okay, I don't have a credit. Maybe I have a credit score, maybe a 450, my credit score cry at 300, any idea. Okay, they will tell you to go and build your credit and come back. How do you build it? That's why somebody have to go through, and it's interest payment, let's say, man. And we need a chrome hog Ghana now. Am I the any economy no struggle in a way, my baby on credit, sign just to a boost on economy, everybody is chipping away, we creating jobs and other things. Yeah, in the other way, but the Ghana example, we just always go and buy, we buy. And even creating jobs for other people to do. And credit and it can be good and it can be bad at the same time. Based on Nipan or handles and money I didn't. Why I say be advised will be on or credit name or use credit in there. So we are not credit, nobody acquire name other name, that's what you credit to credit you say. You come back, you build it up again and be whatever you want to be. Interest payments in America for the economy. That's why when you see when people are buying more houses, they will come and say, oh, the economy is good. The economy, because they get interest payment of maybe about billions or billions, create other jobs for other people to do. But when they be a credit, I say, we don't want to do this, but we want to get this. It's difficult. That's what I want to chip in there. As Obi Awaba for proper say, oh, Kruma okay, mini credit. Better my better credit. That's all I want to see. That's the question was the answer Nana woman answer was around everywhere. We cannot get the point that this you have to do A, B, C, D not to get in debt. You have to do A, B, C, D to get to your destination. You can build a credit, do whatever you want to do, and get out. How do you do all this? You have to be on a summary point of idea. You know, I want to chip in the middle, bro.
Yo, yeah, bro. Man, stay on, because your friends are interesting in Abano. Yo, Metidio can in say. I hope so, Temenka.
Meton Kapa.
Yo, Metidio can I say pa. Maybe the way I see starting maybe I want to see this program, Nankasano, Sikasen program, no. Pennyphobia demon almost starting near the no more trace animal winner. Say, you see a 10 around. You who's idea you queen, but especially community, no. The credit issue. There's so many ways to live. It will be for abafufra. Now will be some say. I'll go back to because what it is before everything. I was a credit education specialist, so I know ins and outs of credit. Right? I think you might know. So I know about that. But what I'm trying to say, I'm suing people from say there's another way to live, because here buy and my etiasie any coin and a coach any buy. There's nothing leveraging, or there's nothing bad about credit. What it is to say you can nipana or use no in a dini nature. Opako back, natural now 410. Natural the credit I owe. It yes, yeah, but nipa send it to me use money ye, and then ye and for cry. Even a kuma croma, a woman hakra and answer ma, ye church om crano, send a diayomo. Look, 78% of the population, 78, if you say or less, if we have 60 cry, live on paycheck to paycheck. And because of the credit, no, and a dear drusa. And number two, they said you can say, yes, interest rates in a building, nope. And you don't want a builder, they have other things to do. As a matter of fact, they said you say credit said you say be excafo use credit. No, use credit, millionaires use credit. Those that use those credits near them, only don't build the economy, no, they are called consumers. Average millionaire American use 2,600 square feet of a house.
Credit in any we you know we just have to be on a basic idea. Say also you want to buy a house, you want to buy $1 million house, you want to buy $1 million house. No. There are houses that maybe start from maybe 200,000 and upwards. Today you on a you know now the offer millionaires obi located millions no only use credit. I said this guy Shaki Oneso Oko baby and also a house and my name mother no you know we want to run your credit. Yes. And you know who use escape to do Oscar use credit. What do you need a credit score then? Who use credit score? Say the life I easier in a way to just get whatever you want to get. Say the be a wouldn't means now. Me person me Ghana. Minister can think of bank or Nkobolo idea. But me get a credit card and will be at $10,000 or so. I just go and buy my ticket and go. Come back and pay or whatever. And you know, Obi always can. Or here credit score for that. We need a credit score. Say be a bit near wow. Maybe you'll be a one to me near the so to me piano and what in your pursue to another level. That's all it's about. Be a yes, for no person. We can't just say interest payment. Let's say be in a whole year. My house may be about $7,000 in interest payment on the house. Let's say be about 2 million people are doing the same thing. My one banker. How do you think the bank and the sky are making? Are making a lot of money. They create job for other people. And they say, who was scarce 200,000 and I better house. Go and put it down and take your house. But who need be intino? And we hear credit to do it. Then they bet me how to do you don't buy stuff that you need. How we bet me any good credit to live in this country, you know? I be a man of one channel. No? That's the most important. Say be a bad and we know who discourage people. Okay, say then I may only pan only be. Uko Niagan and was be a man 500 and bank. Oh, with a 1 month. Oba Tamanka, Medema, big time credit card. I don't need you. I use my credit card. I go say 5 months na beti me dey atuawi a hand atuawi say 10 months am atua interest doesn't make sure interest with that dem guase no it's better than say member a say senior man the kwam na nti onenam kroma we need $500 here bottom so what can we do to make sure say be in the Ghanaian community na say credit na say you be na credit you be na pay credit by the Muslim for now almost one person be with the eka. If they don't want it, they don't pay credit card. By any Christopher na through a canvas any money. And they been a bit in ya. Credit may a problem on my end. And I say what to buy and what not to buy. No. And I say, come and I bet me up as credit and they be a little bit about 20% on a day and 10% on 1 year. Then people can know say be I say about say be you who are now you are doing the program are not fun. Only so only means to get to the other point. That's what I'm saying. So only money means they only $1 million for one and only $100,000 than the cheap. I better not get to the other point. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't use the millionaires. Millionaires who be a millionaire who need the credit for nothing. Only own credit card company. No, don't hear credit card for nothing. Understand?
Yo, you have interesting way of the way I see it because I was always say the credit no. Yeah, you should credit no. Ama yeah, you shouldn't yet. Say okay, I'm for If I say 9 out of 10, energy credit normally koto car, or the koto your friend saying, a cotton tadi. The old can is good. It's a mere perception say, Waba fufra, the best you can is stay out of it. If you stay out of it, and no, we need trouble. What is still crying a different. But right now, if you're on the foot of saying, say, I'm buying stuff, then you don't need it. Look, to say the whole card, most people don't use credit, and I say most people use it. But people be who say, "Oh my, successful," and that's almost millionaire. Make I say millionaire. Look, what is a millionaire? A millionaire, and they say, with net worth, right? With total, what you owe minus what you own, right? And yama me only a car me didn't free man. Ubi was me, I don't feel it. Yes, you don't, any feeling. A math. It's when I'm talking of say be a millionaire, you thinking so high about millionaire. But my brother, next neighbor no a millionaire. Why? Because or the be a net dying a 400, and as net dying a 500, we have 400 or base 600,000. You're going for a year friend is saying you're going for 1K. Or a millionaire. You are what they call different level. Say millionaires, no only credit card companies, no billionaires in the only, and a millionaires, my year friends, multi for the only side way. I'm talking of regular person like me and you. If you go that route, maybe I would say the Okano, permit my math be actually here. Tell me how much you pay on your interest every year, be interest or so. I would share what die so. Near calculation, so what for 15 years, never scout the movie educa. A brand can be a bit me chan and term says can be go our pocket now.
Let's do it this way. Let me put it this way. Say, okay. If I say, like, yeah, they made paper bread for last year interest rate, which are $7,000 on a day. Just for the say, measurement house, and I'm a apartment, and I the same 7,000. I call apartment upon what do I get? I don't get nothing. The same amount, the same amount of 7,000 now I'm on the interest payment. No, so the same amount to be a and apartment. Me mortgage my apartment in the same idea. No me chia rent ama ubi. Na me chia interest payment my bank. And yeah, they need be am fancy the principal kakra kugu baby. I'm another honma. Do you think that two no? Which one is better?
Of course, buying a house.
Yeah. So when we get to the point of mature 7,000, I have to look at the 7,000. No, I don't have to look at the 7,000. I said, because 7,000, so can be apartment, can pay the same amount of 7,000. I have call as a Google them and echo. But that's 7,000.
Yeah, it's true.
That's 7,000. Grant me say you should 7,000 as I file me taxes. I'm a beer between us, coins, a crack, maybe so on the other way. But I don't know tea house or tea apartment, mono. On yes, I need money in heavy. And also in the moment, Ubeto house panel. Baby, and will be doing as open, business will be a mobida. Look out, be or tall dying 2019. Business that you can need business for BBR.
For what?
For everything. Emergency can come. Emergency can come. This year, what's your apartment? What I mean, so apartment and will be your house.
Yeah,
you know the same. You know the same situation. My point is, the way you say, person, Oma, Ubi was as a beer. What the mechanics is here, Guano, who here, Bessia. I said, Oma Bessian, yes, I said, Bessian bad in life. But it's never true. Successful people who be asking baby and be able even Germany for say they borrow money before they bid Germany for Germany to become whatever. It's a bit now, but emergency can strike anytime. You just use it every 15 years to be something bad can happen in your life. It's that within 15 years. Yes, within 15 years, emergency. You don't have any choice but to borrow. What is it? What you borrowing for? What? You borrowing for what you have against what you have. If you ever say me want equity, be 60,000 me house. Now me go borrow 20,000. What's the problem about that? There's no problem about that because I bet that equity in the house. So if I borrow from it, what's the problem about that? If I say you might say be Bessiana Ubon, I saw Bob Bessiani according to, but I'm one according from. That will help me be let's see
very interesting because you have a way of describing the whole thing, which is most of us here dream. The time bisa say we cannot the kwakoye the obok bosia kwaye then. Em say uti so at the same time I can say that kind of thing happen within emergency bitmesi. You need emergency fund. Any na nanu kra na catch kofi udidi a jabitu because I china bi baba. It is also the process na make na everything by design and a follow. You don't need that credit. If you go through that process, you don't. And then the NTS,
we need it. We need it in a way. My can't make the Ghana example, and I'm the American as a example. Let's say be a year who Ghana. It's me turn at that $200,000 in our Ghana. After I mean, no, say no. Na obia boabo ska be a 200,000. I say any amount of idea. What boabo says getting another invest on one idea. Wobɛkɔ bitimi kɔ sit down wɔ Ghana or good job or any money they botimi kɔ sɛ the real question there bu pa we never need to perform on sorry bi but senka so nipa ne de sɛ sika no yɛ business bi wɔ the other way and the interest kra ba and odi was me kɔgye sika na ɛhɔ no me use me fa so na ɛhɔ no edi tuaka we ɛbɛka bi wɔ ha sɛ ya ɛna me use interest payment and obi ɔte apartment no example ma what for sika gyina odi akɔ hyɛ 1 bid wɔ Ghana any idea wabɔ fam.
No, I think I know
another conversation. End up selling the idea property now. No matter back to broke.
Some now can happen with how the story now can happen with her. Me make an example in show. So what to die? The possibility of being Sudan is so high. Your community need you try you intend to, but not preferring and you nebi. It was so and son why that's the process I'm trying. That's the whole thing. The whole idea about this is that thing. What it is we just follow without asking questions. To be honest, my miss our question. Now you so bit me to die without a credit score. I don't think now you're aware. I don't think so. But people do it.
But you know what you're saying is can't tell now what can say. Okay, there's a way to do it. Okay, what's the way, you know? Tell Ghanaians and as will be or has to be as this is how you have to do it. You have to do it A, B, C, D, near there. But in a way, your question is confusing because if you stay the path, say, which will be how to go through that process now. Okay, you do A, B, C, D to get to the other point. Maybe also you go, you come back, no one the other way, then you don't get to what you're trying to explain.
If I say start here and missing number one part with the ministry.
No, sir. Listen to this. Also, start here. We are beginning now. On start here, and now no starting. We are beginning. And a question about. And I want to check how we bet me at your house with that credit score and all that. Okay, how do you do it? Explain to everybody how we do it when we want to buy a house with that as the project.
So, your question is say, how do you buy a house without a credit score? You remember, say before this country credit score no system I'm friend manual underwriter. Manual underwriter, and they say they use your life. Number one, you have to be in the same job, line of job, and yet even the same job, line of job. And you say, so we are accountant, and now we are accountant, now we are nursing. We will say the same thing, right? The same thing line for 2 years. Number one. Number two, you have to be making payments on, let's say, your rent, your electricity, utilities, those things, no, and when your credit. That's number two. Number three, you have to have a zero credit. Zero credit meaning say one. So we'll start a life. Maybe I will need credit card, we need credit score, we need BBN, but when you pay off all your credit, or everything, if you pay everything off within 6 to 1 year, no, your credit score zero. And I say a friend undetermined credit score, either zero or undetermined. That's right. It's yes, now we need credit score. Then the last one, 4 things. The last one here, house now I will say 25% or monthly mortgage, and I will say 25% of your take-home pay. If what's our for we are. I know say there's still one company on store that's here, a big company so from Churchill Mortgage. They still do it. If you have this thing, Obi on menu obi aka odimi ko kwakoye then the credit score kwakoye. No, you don't have to have no credit score. That's the process to buy a house without a credit score. A house without a credit score. So these are some of the things that you need. One, they use your life, meaning you don't have to have a credit score. Zero. A better than see if I say me credit score, a better meeting zero. Me pay a beer off my credit net, and then I meet you be off my credit score within 6 months to a year. No, meaning zero credit score. And I say be so friend undetermined. Number two, me tria me landlord car in term. Me tria me electricity, me water bill, me tria in term. Those are not credit. And also number two. Number three, I'm in the same line of job. So me computers are me with the same near the same company by the same for 2 years. Then my monthly mortgage is going to be 25% of my take home pay, which means say me the 10,000 a fee a month. I will say mortgage a 2,005. If you have that, you qualify for that, you get a mortgage. So that is another thing a way. I think say your brother Kingsley, so I send a Kingsley, so I send a notes by Yenshe. I believe that the most important thing is finding the balance using credit responsibly. The most is concerned with you going into debt by using your credit responsibly. However, the American system is built on credit. The key here is knowing how to borrow and use credit responsibly and not be saddled with too much debt. In short, you may not need to borrow, but if you live here in America, you need a good credit score, which means you need to borrow. Keyword here is responsible. Brother Kingsley, what try so could be room next week? There, before so I'm room. Your brother Cobran here that I say, pa, wa ma yati I will say about Brother Kingsley, can your brother Cobran so the no you won't be bro no ma. But me say you go into the when it comes to your brother Cobran, you go into that because he knew. But all started you buy na ki nim na ki catch na ki yanko ho a came for him put or me key example be say say be a dan kra na akoto uhia dan na bibisa na me feel say oh rent here o catch me say obet on to dan e okrum hada me no nya dream because well building e okrum ha no a dan a part of it. But if so na wait wetimi agada no akwakoto a I don't see any problem with it. Your community tires are used to be 8 apartment cry if you say as on the unim yansa but bu an ho na enso ye meanwhile onu betimi atene bu a obetu ne ka akwakoto no wan hwe chi obetimi lusu dan because now ho so na akoto ye it ni na ne set say make no we have to delay gratification when necessary to be able to do it. And so nche say and it wakotena mu nye da your brother Kingsley the enso ka no because hwem a ye hia saade no a system no ma ha. But the point I'm making say you call now your percentage of woman. Yentimi nyusu ni yi. That's the whole thing. And then you can ya yaban. Omo mu hakra na yentimi nyusu ni yi. Yentimi the gun example say gun enko nipa da. Nye the gun ifiti ya nipa and the gun. It's to stay away from ye fancy ye liberal kakra. You say ehun hia kra say obi use gun. So what you mention. It credit no say if you do be conforma. You don't need it. But so system in place a money fun because you don't need it. Hey, Mrs. say me be here me miniska men tournament baby. Me ho so anu akoto, me to me susu eso anu akoto. There's nothing wrong with that. Example, to say cell phone I make a new cell phone be obi edi me ka akoto bi. Me ho so 1,000. Me to me bo 6 weeks me aye makoto. It doesn't enye bibia. Yes, emergency baby life, but remember, say me kind you hear 3 to 6 months of emergency fund, depending on your situation. No spouse, more wha, na some witty data ina, more sana, would lose a juma crana, but it's very rare someone number to lose a juma boom at the same time. But some more 6 months of your expenses, our honma. Move to me live that 6 months, and yana can't say in your juma. It yes. You need this, say wakwaji loan is a healthy yes if you don't know her. Because when you say there are people going around telling about not even paying your house, but it doesn't make sense. There's a reason why I'm advertising more of 30 years house than 15 years because more. Look, this country was built fancy Virginia they be becoming so far Tyson so financial institutions no more than akesi and you see dan kitikiti yen building my home. Ebi a wonhu ne saa me kɔ Ghana makotwa ticket Matua be $200 or so. So every year, BIS how power they calculate 200 every year, 200 every year for 30 years. I mean, able to make a calculation. How many say to me? 200 every year. If I would calculation, 200 every year for 30 years. If the benefits car will lose you, 200 for 30 years. So, the person make calculation, as a says can cow civil says can I can you be now, maybe. Yes, 151,000. My main share me the aba na ke nya ya show han. 151,000. Say yeah 200. Let me see. Okay. Me share my screen am here. See 200 yeah every month. See emphasis ko Ghana. Ne ye beba ne ba betwea 200 every month. Every year ne de to ho a. Ye hwe ska ne ase. I mean you mfi so. Ye hwe 151,000. E ska it you know which I know say usually I'm for tria more than that. Until we're 300 crown out here for every year, every year. Just say it doesn't make sense. Say you be sank near a heti. All right. I'm saying conversation now a kakra, but next week the brother Kingsley Weber so I'm say we on bit about on some money input. Let me see here. I think say your time and you cry. Affirmation of the week. The affirmation of the week. I'm constantly growing and evolving into a better person. I'm constantly growing and evolving into a better person. That's our affirmation of the week. And then your conversation is nice. Your brother Kingsley, that was say your brother Kobna, that was be brave. And then more na. Next week, Monday to Monday, every Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. Muntie na usubetimi de with this opinion whatever aba I discussion I find. I hope so be out here be very good about it. Addition kakra wo. They be an man and they say you make sure say you be save wisely. You be spend it wisely. You spend it very wisely. Save intentionally and give. Make us give no and yet sikan kwan you give. Nim dia obi bia to say the ebra kwabna abehye ne de Kingsley ebra Chris so nso ahye ne de wa ha maye no wo bia utimi hye maye na ye be wa ha na until be share next week no peace your boy Patrick Berfi sikab same program near the Brown High Life Radio and Awuti.